This is how I swap batteries on iPod Nano 1s. First of all, you gotta find your iPod Nano. In my case, it's been sitting in this tree. You will need a thin metal opening tool. First thing you wanna do, get the opening tool in between the gap of the faceplate and the backplate. Get it inserted like that, and then push down inside the iPod, release those clips, pry up a little bit, and we're gonna do the same thing down here at the bottom. Push down, pry up, and it's open. All right, so we've got our Nano battery here. We've got a little piece of double-side adhesive on the back, and we've got our 3 wires. It's gonna go in the order of left to right: white, red, black, white, red, black. So that's the temperature you wanna be at. And then here is the solder. I'm not sure I could recommend this, but it's what we use, and I know it works okay, especially with this temperature. And then we've got our little fan here to blow away the smoke coming from the solder. You need a steady hand, so get yourself all set up nicely. This is gonna blow away from us. Some guides online suggest that you remove the logic board and then thread the wires up underneath the logic board, or thread them through. No need to do that. All you've gotta do, get your soldering tip. This one's pretty fine. I'm not sure the exact dimensions, but we've got a little leftover solder from last time, so we're gonna scrape that off a little bit, make sure we're nice and pointy. And then I'm gonna get a small dollop of solder. Let it take that smoke. That might be not quite enough. And we're gonna line up this white one first. Perfect. So next up, we've got our red one in the middle. Grab my wire. You can't have the your little solder ball be too large, or else it won't fit with the backplate on. Perfect. Finally, black. I might need a bit more for the black one. That will do. All right. So I'm gonna put my soldering iron away. Very important that you turn this off when you're done with it. Just be aware it's like 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, sometimes these batteries will need a moment to sort of solidify the solder, but this iPod is turning on right now. Cool. So I'm gonna flick that hold switch on. So sometimes the aftermarket batteries can have wires that are a bit too long. Same thing in this case. If you were to close it right now, these wires would sort of pull and it can remove the solder. We're gonna get a little strip of this Captain tape just to secure the wires. We do sell this online. Link. We just need to gently fold these over, apply our strip, make sure they're not going anywhere. Excellent. And we have to make sure to cover up the solder points up here, or else they may short out on the back plate. So I'm gonna get the tiniest little strip, use a spudger to cover up these contacts, like so. There you go. And put this back plate back on. Now be aware you may have to bend these clips back into position, but this one is okay. You may need to give it a little squeeze just on the edges so everything is seamless and tight. And hold switch is locked. I need to lock this one. I like to close these from the top. So I'm gonna line up this hold switch just like that and sort of let everything fall into place behind it. Give it a nice squeeze, a nice snap, and then there you go. There you go. That is how you swap. That's how I swap batteries on these Nano ones.